up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Tamar, Tony, and Towanda Braxton, throw Trina's raggedy self in there too. Yo, what is going on? Why are they letting this episode air? Tamar and Towanda are going fraud for fraud. Tamar is exposing Towanda for stuff, lies. Towanda is coming back saying, oh, you slept with Tony's band. Now, there's a lot of things on who that guy is. Forget all that. Does Towanda realize after Wendy from Real Housewives of Potomac, Simon Gabodia, Teresa Giudice, do you know that you basically admitted on national TV to bankruptcy fraud? Y'all, let's get into this because they need to delete that episode ASAP. Towanda is flying too close to the sun. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, here's the clip. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me play it for y'all, right? It's again, they are now threatening to go fraud for fraud on each other. Listen.
You said I will pay you back the next day, and then you listed me as a creditor. Oh my God, thank you so much. So now it was a gift. Oh, so I give away $50,000. $50,000? So Tamar gave me money for my down payment.
Pause. First of all, listen, Tamar is a mess. But it's interesting how Trina and Towanda act like Tony is like God, and they will never go against her. But they don't got no problem screwing over Tamar. And the thing is, Tony probably got more money than all of them right now, okay? And you could have easily gone to Tony with that money, but I think she went to Tamar because she always planned on screwing Tamar over and never planned on paying Tamar that money back. And she knew that she couldn't do that with Tony because the family would probably go away with her. But the family, oddly enough, does not care if they screw over Tamar. Like, Tamar is a lot. But she's also beautiful. She's also entertaining. She is a key, but at the end of the day, she is also your sister. It's weird. It's weird. So keep that in mind as we listen to this. And also, Towanda, you expect me to believe Tamar Braxton gave you $50,000 and didn't expect for anything back? Listen to this.
2018, she gave me $35,000.
That's a lie. It was 50.
It was absolutely a gift.
They looked it up. It was actually 50K. But listen.
Was it that I approached her? She said, but I want to help you get your house. And I was like, okay. And that's just something that we used to do as sisters, help each other. But now that I know what I know, I wouldn't have accepted it.
You's a lie. Because if you didn't accept it, how was you going to get your house? You're a lie. You didn't go to Tony. And I see why. Because you never planned on paying Tamar back. And y'all always treat that girl bad. I know Tamar be on her bullshit, but lie. I would have never accepted it.
Tony, did she pay you for staying in your condo?
Did she pay you for staying at Towanda? What does Tamar have to do with, first of all, I've heard from multiple people that Tamar and Tony are like this. They are like this. They are like this. She wasn't just staying in the condo. They were living together. Like, they're like this. So why are you trying to sow feuds of like seeds of discord? I think she's actually jealous that Tamar is so close to Tony.
Took my credit card off because I found out that Towanda,
they're laughing about this. Towanda and Trina are laughing about this, why this is happening.
Has been using my credit card to pay her phone bill. My phone bill? Now, Tony. So what had happened was I was getting a new phone line. That's when I found out that I was a part of Towanda's family plan. It was like 6 lines for 4 years. And I was paying for it all this time and didn't know it. I remember she said that. I remember when she said that. A couple days. She said it. Does it make it true? Yes. Come on, y'all. Let's not do this. So I thought family helped each other. Listen, family help each other. Family don't steal from each other. That is a difference. You don't want to go blow to blow with me because I know where all the bodies are buried. And I never exposed any of that information.
First of all, Tawanda's a liar. If you had anything else, you would have emptied the clip out at that table because you tried to empty the clip out with Tamar. But getting back to this is something that they need to delete that. Because from what Tawanda's saying, and I asked a few legal experts, like, isn't that illegal? They said, yes, it can be illegal. And it can be considered bankruptcy fraud if someone lies about money they received was a loan or a gift. Now, it was exposed in documents that Tamar 1 actually did pay Towanda's $50K, and Towanda listed it on her bankruptcy as a creditor for $50K. That means she listed it on her bankruptcy documents as it was a loan, a creditor. Because when you list it as a creditor, if she gets a gift, right? She has to add that as income with the bankruptcy, like for asset. But if it's a loan, it actually decreases the amount of money that they can go after her assets. So by her listing it as a creditor, that was a lie, and that was lying to the bankruptcy court. That's part of the reason Teresa Giudice actually went to jail along with 𝐤𝐫 Giudice of Real Housewives of New Jersey. They said it can be considered bankruptcy fraud if someone lies about whether the money they received was a loan or a gift. Here's why. When someone files for bankruptcy, they must truthfully disclose all debts and all assets. If they list money they received as a loan, it counts as a debt. If they called it a gift, it is not a debt. Changing the story can be seen as intentionally misleading the court to do one of three things: reduce their assets, increase fake debts, change who gets paid. Now, where the fraud comes in, if Towanda claims it was a loan in bankruptcy paperwork, which she did, according to these documents, to show she owed Tamar money. And then Towanda also told us on national TV that it was actually a gift. She thought it was a gift. And Tamar's arguing for saying, it was a loan? It was a loan? Why would I give you no, she kept saying it was a gift. Why would I give you a $50,000 gift? And Towanda was like, it was a gift. You came to me and said, I wanted to help you. And I said, okay, I'll take the help. But you listed it on your bankruptcy documents as a loan. Because of that, the court can view it as false information or bankruptcy fraud. This can lead to her bankruptcy completely being dismissed, a denial of the discharge if it's already been granted. That means your debts don't get wiped away. Files and possible criminal charges if it was intentional. Towanda is on national TV telling us Tamar's lying. It was always a gift. It was always a gift. But you listed it as a debt and a loan on your stuff. Now, why would she lie about this? Because sometimes, and this is well known in bankruptcy courts, people label money as a loan to pretend they have more debt so the court wipes away more, favor a friend or family member so they get paid back first. But get this, if Tamar got paid back first from that loan, but Tamar never got that money, that means Towanda got that money. Or hide assets, or just to manipulate the process. Bankruptcy trustees investigate this very, very closely. Again, on national TV, it appears that Towanda, unless this is a storyline, and they're all lying, that Towanda knowingly lied about whether money was a loan or a gift from Tamar on her bankruptcy forms. It can be considered a false statement under penalty of perjury and bankruptcy fraud. Both are illegal. You guys, this is amazingly bad for Towanda. I do think that Towanda they need to edit that out, or they need to do a new scene where they can be like, listen, it was all drama. We were all lying. Because as of now, that bankruptcy court, if anybody wanted to make a complaint, including your creditors, you could be the next Teresa Giudice. They need to do something about that, because this is nothing. And after the way they're going after Wendy, and they love taking down reality TV stars, especially a Braxton, they are a dynasty. They are a legacy. They will be a feather in some U.S. attorney's cap. That's all I'm saying. They need to delete that. Anyway, what she admitted to and said that is fraud. If these facts are true, that is bankruptcy fraud, and it is illegal. Y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.